Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP. Today we begin a brand new pint-sized campaign called Abbeville, the Somme, 1940. So before we begin tonight with the briefing, I just want to send a huge thank you to Mr. Stephen Philp. He's the one who wrote this entire pint-sized campaign, did all the research, did everything, and really it's a work of art. I don't really know how else to put it. So, funny story real quick, I was kind of in the process of writing one myself, but mine was going to be very bare bones, just for the channel. I wasn't going to release it to anyone. I was just going to do all the bookkeeping and all that kind of stuff in-house, but and I was talking to Stephen, and he said, well, send me what you got, let me take a look at it. So I did, and he said, mind if I do a few tweaks to it? I said, sure, go ahead. And next thing I know, he's produced an entire fully fleshed out pint-sized campaign with maps and graphics and just everything. It's just amazing. So again, Stephen, thank you. Amazing job. So now we'll begin the briefing. So as stated in the introduction, this is Abbeville, 1940. It's near the Maginot Line, so a different part of the Battle of France than we're used to seeing the BEF in. Usually we see BEF, it's always Dunkirk area, but this is a different part of the BEF, the 51st Highland Division, and they're actually part of the Maginot Line with the French. So the major players in this campaign will be the 51st Highland Division along with some of their French allies, and for the Germans we'll see the 57th German Infantry Division and the 2nd German Infantry Division. So I'm not going to get too far into reading all of the stuff that Stephen wrote. I'll go through it briefly, but this will be posted in the description of this first battle, so it'll be available to anyone for free, and you can download it and use it all you like. So I'll just go ahead and I'll kind of skim through the basics of the campaign, and then after that I will go ahead and do the briefing for the mission that we're going to do tonight. So this battle is broken down into two different days, June 4th and June 5th. So I'll just read directly from the campaign. So the campaign takes place over 2 days with 3 scenarios set on the 4th of June and 4 scenarios set on the 5th of June. The first 3 scenarios, A, B, and C, are played once each only and represent the Allied attempt to destroy the German bridgehead on the 4th. The Allies are attacking and can choose to play these in any order the attacker prefers. The sequence these 3 games are played in has no impact on the campaign, however the number of battles won or lost affects the overall victory conditions. The 4 scenarios on the 5th are played as a mini ladder. These represent the German offensive on the 5th and the Allied attempts to delay the Germans whilst attempting to withdraw south of the Bresle River in good order. Platoon availability. Both sides use a fresh platoon on the 4th. For each scenario. The 3 games fought on the 4th are fought simultaneously, therefore men's opinion, CO's opinion, and outlook are not tracked. On the next date, the 5th of June, the Allies have 1 platoon, the Germans have 2 platoons. However, the Germans may only switch between platoons once, and the men's opinion, CO, and outlook are tracked as normal starting on June 5th. Victory conditions. To win a major victory, the German forces must encircle the 153rd Brigade at Franlau by controlling Table 4 by turn 6, which is on June 5th. The Germans can secure a minor victory if they delay an Allied withdrawal to the Bresle River by controlling Table 4 by turn 7. Anything else is an Allied victory. So turns 1 through 7 take place on the 5th of June, and the 3 games played on the 4th do not count towards this total. Instead, each Allied victory on Table A, B, or C fought on the 4th of June adds 1 to the Germans' turn count on the 5th of June. So the more games that the 51st Highlanders can win on the first day of the battle, it's going to slow the Germans down and make their victory conditions harder to reach once the main campaign starts. So let's go over the forces a little bit more. So the 51st Highland Division, again, is the main force for the Allies, but they are going to be having some French allies available to them. They've been training with them while they've been stationed at the Maginot Line. So additional supports, the 51st can pull from the Armored Division support, and I'm going to butcher these French names, but I'll try. So Chasseurs Portese platoon They can draw from that French list as reliable allies. Units from the armored brigades list from the British may not be selected. British tanks involved were light tanks and cruisers. And support can be selected from any of the other French support lists as unreliable allies at no extra cost. German forces, they vary on the 4th or 5th. On the fourth for scenarios A, B, and C, the German forces from the 217th Infantry Division, 217th Infantry Regiment of the 57th Division, and that's going to be a second wave division from the 1940 handbook. And on the 5th, the German force will be from the 5th Motorized Infantry Regiment of the 2nd German Infantry Division, and it will use the Motorized Infantry Platoon list. So they can pull anything from that list support-wise, and they are able to pull any support from any other German list as well, but at a cost of one additional support point. Initiative, the Allies have the initiative on all battles on June 4th, and the Germans will have the initiative, the first battle on June 5th, and then it'll be determined after that by who won the previous game. Consolidation, the Germans cannot consolidate, the British can. There will be one chance to add replacements with that formula from the At the Sharp End book, which I've never done, but it'll be fun to give it a try. No reinforcements for either side, no wild cards, and just general terrain notes. These will be common to all the terrain and all the maps. Buildings are solid stone, with some wooden outbuildings. There's a couple different types of fences, hardcover and softcover. The fields are going to be waist-high cereal crops and soft cover to troops who are stationary. Woods are woods, count as broken ground. And regular spaced trees represent orchards, which are good going underfoot. And another change to how we normally play is these hedges are ragged and thin and do not block line of sight. So that's going to be a big change for us. But they do provide light cover. So that is as deep as I'm going to go into the campaign itself. Like I said, you can download this campaign and you can read through it. There's a lot of extra information in there. There's a lot of history involved that Stephen researched and did a nice write-up on at the beginning. Very similar to one of the Lardy's pint-sized campaigns. So what I'll do now is we're going to actually go in and start talking about the first mission that we're going to play. So in this campaign, I'm going to be playing the part of the 51st Highland Division, and Andre will be playing as the Germans, which is another change for us, as I usually have always been the Germans. So this will be a nice change of pace for me to play as the British. So after looking through the maps, I've decided that the first place I'm going to attack on June 4th is going to be Table B, Mensil Trois Fatis, and this is the map. So this is going to be using Scenario 4 in the main rule book. So Scenario 4 in the main rule book is a delaying action. Germans are going to be defending this side. They're going to have a skinny rectangle in this part of the board here, where they will place 3 jump-off points. The attacking 51st Highlanders will be starting on this edge with 4 patrol markers anywhere along their edge. And I believe, the German patrol markers have to be a minimum of 6 inches apart in their deployment rectangle there. Once the patrol phase is complete, the Germans will be placing 2 jump-off points, and they will place a third one that has to be in their deployment rectangle, and that will be the objective for the British, and they have to hold it until the end of the turn. So force support wise, the campaign specifies 12 force support for the attackers and 6 for the defenders. And the attackers has no restriction on support choices. The defender may not select entrenchment, static defenses, or preliminary barrage. So none of that for the Germans. So that will do it for the briefing for the campaign as well as the first mission. So what I'll do now is I'll go over the forces. So here we have the attacking platoon, a platoon from the 51st Highland Division. So this is the 1940 setup. The platoon consists of 1 lieutenant, Lieutenant Willie Burns, and he has his piper with him. Next to him is his platoon sergeant, Sergeant Rob Cockburn. We also have 3 sections. Each section is a corporal with rifle, a 3-man Bren team, and a 7-man rifle team. 3 of those. It also comes with one empty boys AT rifle. And what you do is you take one man from each section to man the rifle. So that's what I did. These 2 are just six-man rifle teams. This is a 7-man rifle team. And of course we have the trusty 2-inch mortar. Now we'll go take a look at the German force. On this side we have the German force. So these guys will be defending. This is a 2nd Wave Division. And this platoon consists of a platoon leader, Hans Alder, Lieutenant, Platoon Sergeant, Sergeant Paul Hapsburg. We have 3 squads. Each squad consists of a junior leader with submachine gun, 3-man MG34 crew, team I should say, and a 6-man rifle team, as well as the 5-centimeter mortar. And that will do it for the forces. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it and do our all their normal stuff. Support, not support, we already know what that is, but force morale, and then we'll do the patrol phase, put out the jump off points, and we'll get rolling. Alright, so Andre's here now, and I briefed him on the mission and the campaign, and we'll start off by rolling force morale. Yay! An 8. An 8 and you're a 9. Woohoo! And one thing that I did not mention during the briefing was that all these gaps here are actually full of wheat fields as well. I just didn't have enough to actually fill it all in.
And he did mention that specifically to me, I think thinking that I was specifically going to call him on that, but...
No, that would be you, Andre. No, that would be, yeah. I'm right here, but you're not in cover. I am in cover, okay. Alright, so now we're going to do the patrol phase, and we'll be back to do plans. Alright, so patrol phase complete. So I wound up with one here. I wound up with one right there. And then I wound up with my 3rd one over there. And Andre wound jump off points, one here. He's got one right behind the barn by that hedge there. And then his 3rd one he had to place in his objective area is this command team here. So that will be the objective. Actually, I think either one of these could be the objective. But we'll see. So that is it for the patrol phase. Now we'll go over our plans. So the plan for the 51st Highlanders, I had 12 support points. Brought a pregame barrage. I'm going to bring 2 Bren carriers, and then I'm going to bring a Vickers machine gun. So my plan is to use the Vickers, a squad, and probably the 2-inch mortar and one of the senior leaders in this area here, to lay down fire and drop smoke. The other 2 squads and the other senior leader are going to come in on one of those 2 and advance down the wheat field. And then the 2 Bren carriers are going to come in obviously in this area here. And we're going to just rush down the road. Hopefully the pre-game barrage will keep him, hopefully it'll work and it won't end to a random turn ending roll immediately. But what I want to do is just get some smoke out. If he brings a tripod mounted machine gun, obviously I'll smoke that. Drop as much smoke as possible. I would have brought another 2-inch mortar if I had a model for it. I do not, so I need to get one of those for sure. But yeah, so as soon as he deploys, start dropping smoke and rush my Bren carriers up. I don't know if he's going to bring any AT or not. He could always try to drive off the machine guns and then advance down the edge over there. So hopefully my Bren carriers will be the ones that get to the objective, and if I have a dice when I get to it, I can end the turn and game over. So that's the British plan. And now we will let Andre talk about what him and his second-rate German platoon are going to do.
German plan. Travis offered me the swagger stick, but I don't think my plan is going to be nearly complex enough to require a whole lot of pointing. I am defending this jump off point. He's got to come across there. Obviously he's a lot closer on this side. I'm liking the fact that I've got that building that can block line of sight, which will shield me potentially from fire from one direction and allow me to fire back, hopefully up, well, you know, that's really not going to work. Oh, he did say this was filled in. So right in that little corner is going to be the sweet spot where I can hopefully get, well, you know, it still isn't quite out of line of sight. Okay, so the strategy. I see him trying to barrel down this side primarily. He's going to have to be out in the open, visible to one of my jump off points. I don't think I'm going to wait. I'm going to try and deploy early and lay down enough fire to try and you know, just blunt his attack as he's coming in. Because if he's moving, he can't move and shoot as effectively. And I can just sit there in cover and blast away. So we'll do a little cat and mouse with coming in, but I'm not planning to wait a whole long time. I do have a Pak 36 because I'm assuming he's bringing some armor, and hopefully that'll punch a hole in it. My other 2 support points, the only thing I was allowed to take for 2 points that was left is a sniper team. Not a big fan, but I could also take 2 1-point items, which would be great if I could do some entrenchments, barbed wire, all the wonderful things that defenders love. Not allowed for me. So I'm going with the sniper team and the Pak 36 for support. And I'm just going to try and lay back, make him come to me, and hope to win a firefight on the way.
So plans are complete, and we're going to begin the game now. So the first phase belongs to the attacker, regardless of force morale, and that is me. So I will begin with phase 1. And 1 chain of command point. And we got these nice new chain of command dice from John, who was here. Thank you, John. Awesome stuff. And I wound up with 3 1s and a 4. So I made 2 with the 2 1s, brought a section. With the one of the extra 1, I brought in my Vickers. And then with the 4, I brought in Sergeant Cockburn. So and then he put everyone on Overwatch. Now we go to the Germans. Perfect. Small 4s. 2 5s, okay. And then a 4 and a 2 and a 1. Alright. Well, no 5s, but a lot. I can bring in, well, a lot of stuff. Yeah. The 2 3s, I brought in the last 2 sections, put them on Overwatch. I brought in the AT rifle. And over here, with the other one, I brought in my 2-inch mortar, and he's going to drop a smoke round. Might as well start getting it out there now. So let me think where I want to put it. So I landed the smoke right there. Okay.
Alrighty.
Andre's passing. I'm bringing anything in. Double phase.
Joy.
But no 3s.
Probably a good thing that I didn't bring anything in.
Yeah, very good idea. Well, I don't want to bring my senior leader in yet. My last one, because I still got support off the board. So I guess I'll have to do something with a senior leader and a squad. So I just brought in, all I did was dropped another smoke. I tried to drop it farther to the left, but it scattered 6 inches right to the edge of the board. So now we just go into the next phase. Another 5. Wasted 6, a 3. Okay, there's 1 3 and a 4. 4, I had Sergeant Cockburn have the 2-inch mortar. He dropped it there. And then I brought in one of my other supports, which is a Bren carrier. Put him on Overwatch. And that's it, so we'll go straight into the German phase. So not a bad roll if you want to bring a bunch of squads in.
Yep.
Andre's gonna stand fast again. Okay, finally. Okay, 3 ones, I'll take it.
That's 4 ones, Travis.
Well, I
Learn to
only need
count.
3. Actually,
1, 2, 3, 4.
and a 4. So I can bring in the rest of my force. So I dropped a smoke here, another one, so I'm blocking a bit of this area off. And then I brought my last Bren carrier in. And I brought my last senior leader in. And he's ordered both squads to advance through the wheat. So here we come. Back to the Germans.
That would be me.
Yep. Nice. Beautiful. Bring all your senior leaders in. Defer again.
No.
Not going to defer. Okay. All right. So Andre attempted to bring a squad in, but I have pregame barrage. He didn't make it. So back to the British phase. Not a single 3 to be seen. But I did get another chain of command point and a couple 4s and 2 2s. So this Lieutenant Willie Burns has ordered both squads to move up tactically. He moved himself up as well. And Sergeant Cockburn ordered another smoke, which fell right there. So we're getting some smoke screen built up. And that was it. Here we go.
Ergo.
Your go. Double phase. And, well, and nothing to do with it.
Oh, what do you mean?
One and okay. You can bring in your 5 centimeter mortar and your senior leader.
I can.
Or one of your supports, should it be a team. We'll let Andre think about it. Alright, so Andre was able to bring one of his supports down, Pack 36. It's a 5-man crew and a junior leader, and then he brought his lieutenant, made it through the barrage as well. And he's situated that he's out of line of sight of all this, but he's got one Bren gun or one Bren carrier in his sight. So go for it.
What am I rolling?
You need a 5, but he used both of his command initiatives. Actually, he came in on a 1, so he can't do that. So you need a 5.
Even with the senior leader commanding?
Yeah, okay, why not? 4. I
So
don't see why
2
you
dice,
couldn't
I'm
do
rolling a
this.
4?
Yep,
Wow. I think I got it.
you definitely got it. Okay, so I think the Bren's only like armor 2. We'll check it out.
A lot more sense.
So he's a AP 5 and I'm only a 2, so this could be it for the Bren carrier. Yeah, I'm toast. Actually, you only got 1.
Wow.
Okay, so 1 net hit. Can you check the chart, please? I'll roll a d6, a 4.
Half tracks and carriers,
Yeah.
equal hits, net 1.
No, 1 net, 1 hit.
One net hit,
Yeah.
and you rolled a 4?
Yep.
1 shock, movement, fast, flat out, remove lowest die.
All right, we'll figure it out. So the Bren has a shock, and he's limited mobility now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fire my Overwatch back with the Bren gun, needing 6 or 5s. Oof, man, 5 hits. So it's 5 hits on the guy. So you're in soft cover with the gun shield, so you're in hard cover. Oh, damn.
Jesus. It's going to be one of those nights.
3 shock and a dead. Check your leader though. No, so 3 shock and a dead. I'll take that.
Really?
Really.
Really?
And then you get another phase, and you lose a man too.
Oh, wow.
We both rolled high on that one, Andre. What are you doing over here?
Looking for another
You're supposed-
double
You're
phase at
discombobulated.
least.
Remember, you're supposed to roll these here. How many games
Oh.
are we playing here?
Huh?
Andre's a little burned out today.
Just a little.
So he wound up with a 1, 3, and a 4. Alright, so
we'll
Andre
see.
tried to bring something in with a 3. Couldn't make it. Got a 4 and a 1 left. He removed all the shock with the senior leader, and with the 1 he's going to activate the gun to fire it back. And he misses. See, the dice
Fighting
got...
now.
Alright, we're just going to go right into the British phase, and I need to get these Bren carriers out of there. Double phase. And 2 3s. So I can move the Brens.
That's some
Fire
awesome
is smoke.
trick photography there. It almost looked like you actually rolled those dice, Travis.
I got the green screen. Now I'm just putting whatever dice I want out. So literally I don't think I could have got a better roll. Move both Brens, fire the smoke, and then go again.
Awesome.
So I was going to move both Brens, but then I realized I can get, if I sprint these guys, which I did, I got 14, I got within 4, so he can't use that one anymore. And with the other command from the junior leader, I took a shock off the Bren. So 1 shock on the rifles for sprinting. The 1, instead of firing the 2-inch mortar, because I don't want to block my only target, as Andre said, I moved the AT rifle up there. And then I did move flat out with this guy. Even removing the lowest dice, I still got an 11-inch move. My lowest dice was a 5. I had 6 and 2 5s. So he took a shock off as well. And now we move on to the second phase. Another double phase. And 3 4s. Okay. So this guy, so the first thing I did, Lieutenant or Sergeant Cockburn over there ordered the 2-inch mortar fire, another smoke here. And then with the other 4, I'm going to activate the squad and the AT rifle. So we'll just do the AT rifle first. Actually, we'll do the squad first. I got to see what the hell the AT rifle does against infantry. So full squad, needing 5s.
Wow.
2 hits. Nothing. And let me check the AT rifle. The boys is HE1, so needing a 4. Nope. And that'll do it for that phase. So here we go. There we go. That's a lot better. 3 3 2 2 1.
Yeah, I'd say that's a little better.
Of course, I can only make 1 4 out of that.
No, you can make 2 4s.
Oh yeah.
And
Do I need 2
last time
4s?
I'm going to help you.
Yeah, I helped Andre a second ago, so he just helped me. So we're even. All right, I'll see what I can do. So the other Bren moved up. Another thing I just told Andre I forgot was the Brens are actually small and low profile. So actually he's -2 to hit, but the first time you hit him, he rolled like a 9 anyway. So
It was an 8, but
it would have hit.
close enough.
It would have hit either way. But they are small and low profile, which each one of those gives another -1 to hit. So Lieutenant Willie Burns is going to have do this again. Same target, so needing 5s. 1 2 3. 3, a little bit better this time.
I can live with it though.
Can you? He took a
I
shot.
can.
And then the AT rifle gets a hit, so soft cover because it reduces by 1. So another shock. So he's back to 2 shock. And man, do I want to block that thing? Yeah, I'm gonna try and drop a smoke right in front of it now. So needing a 3. No, a 2. And that will do it for me. And the smoke drifted 6 inches left, so it didn't land in front of the gun, sadly. Double phase and a 2 and a 1. And another point, so you're up to 6, or almost 6. So Andre tried to bring a squad in. Couldn't make it with the 2. With the 1, he's going to fire the... you got 2 shock as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So he needs a 5, but I move flat out, that's -1. I'm small, low profile, that's -3, -2. So you need a 10.
Huh?
You need a 10. Because the 2 shock are -1 each.
Really?
Yep.
I thought that was,
No,
it's
that's-
not like a rifle.
No, it's different for AT against vehicles. And then small, low profile, and move flat out. So you're -5. I think you'll get it though. Nope. I was thinking the dice gods were going to start turning your way, but...
Yeah, not so much.
And you got a double phase.
Yep.
So you're up to a chain of command dice +1. There's more of them right there, Andre.
I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to the official ones.
Not used to the life of luxury here. 2 3 4.
So he was able to get one squad through with a 3, put him on Overwatch. The other squad he tried to bring with the 2, didn't make it. And he's going to fire the Pac 36. This time only needing a 7.
Only.
A 6.
Hey, that's only 3 misses out of 4 shots.
And back to the British finally. Send a chain of command point. And 2 3s and a 1, so obviously I need to move the Bren carriers. So the 2-inch motor filled in that gap, so everything's blinded, and I moved both Bren carriers up. So we're on the move, and German phase. Not bad. 2 4s, 2 3s, and a 2. That's really good.
Yeah. Too bad I can't really do much anymore.
Oh well. Alright, we'll see what Andre does with that. So he moved the gun up.
Too far.
Yeah. So the rules say that a light gun like that can move normally. We did house rule it because he's in the woods. I didn't see anything that says a gun in woods cannot move, so we just house ruled it and said he moved 2d6, remove the lowest. And he's still wound up there. And he brought another squad in underneath the smoke here. And him moving out of the smoke there allows me to spring my Overwatch from that Overwatch team support group over there.
I put these guys on Overwatch in the smoke. They're watching the smoke.
They're on Overwatch as well. So everything, that's 22 shots over here needing 5s. Not very good. Not too bad, I guess.
Better than your normal roll.
Yeah, so that's
6.
Yep, 6 hits. And there's nowhere to split them to, so they all go on the gun.
Wow.
2 dead and a shock. Not the leader though. So you're down 2 more guys. You can use one of those little red dice over there, please. That'll make it easier to pick up. And then, yeah, and that's it for you.
Okay.
Alright, British phase. Small double phase. No. So I got 1 3 that I can move a Bren, then 2 2s and a 4. So this back Bren with the damaged track moved up full speed minus the lowest dice, and then the 4 I'm going to activate these guys, the other 2 2s I'm going to make a 4 activate all them, and everything's going to go onto the Pak 36 again. So we'll start with the guys over there by the house. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 hits this time. 10 hits. Because you were honest, Andre, the dice gods will smile upon you here.
Smile upon me with all 5s and 6s.
He's a cruel god. Oh, yeah, well, you're close. 2 more dead and 2 more shock. That might check your leader first before we go any further here. No. So 2 dead.
So
Yeah, I think you're pinned.
no, that's because I was down to 2 guys.
So yeah, so you're just to a junior leader now?
Yeah.
Okay. So team wiped out, roll a bad thing for that, unless you want to spend your chain of command dice on it. Probably nothing. A 2?
Yeah.
That's your nothing.
A 2.
And just a leader sitting out there by himself.
No, he's behind a gun shield.
And I will fire all this, I guess, at the leader who's standing out there on his own. So this squad's going to fire at the leader who's hiding behind the gun shield. So 1 2 3 4 hits.
I'll spread them out between.
So how does this work? Yeah, so I guess you roll and see if you get any kills, and then you roll to see what happens to them. So yeah, go for it. Just don't roll any 6s. There's 1, so see what happens to him.
And he's taken a
Takes a wound.
light wound. Okay.
So yeah, and oh, my AT rifle will take a shot at him.
Of course you will.
Snipe him. No, nothing for the AT rifle. And the last thing I was going to do is a 2-inch mortar smoke. I was going to try and drop it right here.
Okay.
No, 1
That's 6 inches to the
right. So it'll be over here somewhere, and it'll be the German phase. Actually wound up here because it's 6 inches from the firing unit. And your phase,
Yay! Okay, I just need a triple phase with lots of good kickers. That is not quite it.
Nope. So all Andre did was that senior leader that was, or junior leader that was the gun commander, just pulled back behind the smoke smartly. And the Pack 36 is no more. So still none in there. I still having a hard time getting up chain of command point, man. So 2 3s though, and a 4 and a 1. Both Brens moved up at full speed, and the senior leader ordered all these guys to move up with a sprint, and he removed the shock off the Bren team. And with the one, I tried to drop another one here, and it again scattered right on top of that one. Back to the Germans.
Double phase with a 3 and a 4.
Double phase.
With a 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
See, you just gotta talk to the dice.
What are you gonna do with it though?
I am going to attack.
End the turn. Clear the smoke.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, let's see what Andre does with it.
Happened.
Okay, so first of all, I got reinforcements. Lieutenant Johnny Walker has entered the game, and then
As if things weren't bad enough for me already.
well, I'll tell you. Go ahead and break down what just happened here.
Break it down. Okay, I called the roll. I got the roll, and I was seeing an opportunity here.
We still have another phase.
Well, Travis didn't have anything on Overwatch, so I wanted the 3 and the 4s to make a break around this corner and try and get some shots here.
Right.
So I moved the first group up 11 inches,
They got a damn good move.
removed a shock. I rolled triple 1s, took 2 shock, and didn't make it out of the smoke except for the...
Except for your important machine gun.
Yeah.
So
Then I brought in another unit, which actually did come in. My other senior leader did not make it. And now I'm rolling again and
you need that same roll.
praying for another double turn, but I'll just take an awesome roll if
That's
it's
not
good
too bad.
enough.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of stuff happening. These guys got a 1d6, got a 6, so they moved all the way over. They're going to fire down this way with half effect, still with 10 shots. And then these guys rolled an 11. They're actually going to, after they fire, they're going to move.
Well, they rolled a 12, 1 shock,
Yeah.
and they're gonna pull in there.
Did you roll 3d6? Yeah, you did. So you're
Yeah.
going to actually take 2 more shock on
I
them.
am.
So first we'll fire here.
And you...
And they moved up 1. If he had 2, he could have fired with them as well, but he only got 1. So
Okay.
10 shots, medium 4s.
Really?
How many did you get? 4? 4
Wow.
hits. So I guess
4.
they all have to go on the Bren because the rifle team is behind the smoke.
4 6s.
1 point of shock. Light cover, because I haven't moved in quite a while. Okay, go ahead and do your move. Alright, so here we go. Come on, double phase. Nope. No 5s again. That's not helping me. I gotta get a stupid chain of command dice one. I can't win the game without it, and I've just been stuck on 4 for like 2 hours now. But I did get a lot of stuff I can use. This squad was able to pull back behind the smoke, just get out of line of sight. And the Bren moved up 8. And over there, that squad is starting to move forward. They made it over the fence. We're going to have the 2-inch mortar try to drop a smoke here after I do the shooting, and the senior leader. So the senior leader ordered, I guess I could actually I could do that with a 2, right? I didn't need to actually use a. So he's going to use 2 commands to tell the Bren. Does it work like, because I use a 1 command to have the whole squad fire and then use the other 2 to have the Bren do the focus fire?
Okay.
I think that would be okay. If you use 2 commands, I believe you can focus fire, but I have 1 left, so I can either take a shock off or have the rifle shoot 2. That's what we'll do. So I'll just have the Bren fire first at this machine gun team here. Needing 4s, I believe. Are we within 18? Guess it doesn't matter. I didn't get any 4s anyway.
And yes, we are.
Okay, so 2 hits on your machine gun
Or-
team.
Actually, yeah.
And you have to put them on then because I focus fire with the Bren. 1 dead. Check your leader. Come on, leader. Yes. See what happens to him. Die. He's knocked out. So you didn't lose a man, but roll a bad thing for your leader unless you want to ignore it. That'll be -2. Junior leader wounded. And the rifles will now fire. I'm hoping this is legal. I think it is. And 6 shots. 3 hits, and you can spread those. I think they can see. Hold on. So spreading them.
One on the machine gun,
Nothing.
one on the rifle,
Shock. Oh no, nothing.
nothing, and one on the other rifle.
Dead. Check your leader. No. And yeah. Okay. I'll take it. So that was that. And I will fire the 2-inch mortar to try to drop it right here. Come on, 3. Okay. So we plug that gap. And now he's going to have to come in after me. And that is it for me. Man, you're rolling.
Nothing tough about getting those chain of command
Yeah,
points.
for me it is.
Hey, look, I got a 1.
And a 4. So these guys moved back around this way. I think he took some shock off. These guys moved up this way to get within range to try to drive off these vehicles. And the 5cm mortar came in, and he's going to fire these guys. 2d6. Nothing. Need a 5 without line of sight. And he wanted to shoot at the Bren, but we have no idea how that works. So if anyone can enlighten us on how to shoot a light mortar at a Bren. It's not HE, it's not AT, but it's open top. I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts on that one. So back to the British phase. All right, come on, I need 2 5s, man. Hey, there's 1. Jeez, I'm almost there. And I can't move both Brens. All right. So the first thing I want to do, Sergeant Cockburn, he's going to have the Vickers fire. He's got line of sight to this machine gun team. We poked out just a little too far. So needing 5s. No 5s.
Wow.
Not a 5. Okay. Well, then my mind is made up. I was going to wait and see what I was going to do, but so I'm going to focus fire on the machine gun team with this Bren, with this senior leader. So he's going to take a shock off, and then the Bren is going to fire at the machine gun team.
Needing 6s.
Yep, so 4 hits. 4 hits on the machine gun team.
Oh boy.
Dead and 2 shock, so check your leader. No, so just a dead machine gun and 2 shock on the machine gun. So Cockburn, he had the Vickers fire. He's going to have that squad, instead of move, they're going to actually fire at the machine gun as well. 2 hits. Man, they're not very good over from that side of the board, are they?
It's a long ways away.
Nothing. And I got the 2-inch mortar. Oh, and I also moved my other Bren way the hell over there. I got a 2-inch mortar left. I guess I can try to drop it. I was kind of hoping to do more damage, but let me think about what I want to do with the 2-inch mortar. Alright, so the 2-inch mortar blocked them. So I got quite a bit. Look at all the 2-inch mortar smoke. And I also changed my mind over here. I put the shock back on them and actually pulled them back a little bit. So that'll do it. So your phase, Andre.
Okay.
Double phase again.
Triple phase. 3 4s.
Oh, you think? Oh, I'm sorry. Johnny. Johnny's already hitting me, so that's a good German roll. 3 4s. So Andre brought in a senior leader, and he's going to use 2 4s to have both squads hand grenading this squad. So, and I think you can do it both simultaneous. So it'll be like 70 dice against 20.
Really?
Well, it'll be a lot. I mean, you got 2 squads worth,
Yep.
plus 2 senior leaders and 1 junior leader, and then all the other stuff. So we'll figure it out. Okay, so first thing that we're gonna do is you actually have to move 3d6 with each squad. So let's move up first, and then he got 3 grenades each squad, so they're gonna roll 6 grenades. So I'll move up first.
7, 8.
-1.
No, these guys don't have any.
So they'll make it to close combat. They're definitely gonna be within 4 after this move. I'll just move these smokes back a little bit for now. Okay, then move that squad up 3d6. Oh yeah, they'll definitely make it.
Even with their 2 shots.
So everyone's gonna be right around here. They bring their wounded leader with them just to hang out. Old times. And then he got 6 grenades, so 6 grenade hits, I believe. So I think I just roll 6. I don't think you have to roll anything.
Oh man, that's kind of harsh.
Yeah, well, it's hand grenading.
Sweet.
So I got 2 teams here, so we'll just do 3 on each. So machine gun. It's a dud grenade. And then the rifle team. Okay, I lost a man and took a shock on the rifle. So let's check the leader. No. So a dead rifle and a shock. So Andre wound up with 27 dice, which he thinks is too low. I'll count how many I have. Alright, so I have 17, Andre's got 27. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna split up half on one squad, half on the other. So 8 on this squad, 7 on this squad, and then Andre's gonna do the same between teams. Because we always do this, and then we never know how to split them. So we're gonna actually split them up this time. So
Okay, so this is your Bren team. This is your rifle team.
all right, go ahead.
So the Bren team's got the greens.
Okay. Okay.
And the rifle
they're dead.
team, 4 hits.
4 dead. Okay, so keep those separate. And then I will do this squad here, which I guess I should break by team as well, right?
Yeah.
So 4 on your machine gun team. That's 2 dead there. 4 on the rifle team. 1 dead. And then this squad over on this side, we'll do 4 on the machine gun team. Nothing. 3 on the rifle team. Nothing. Man, so I only killed 3 guys. So, alright, we'll figure it out. My squad's wiped out. So he's going to roll for his leader on this squad. It is the leader. So roll to see which one it is. High is senior. Senior leader. See what happens to him. He's knocked unconscious. So roll a bad thing, unless you want to avoid it.
Wow.
Senior leader wounded.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
5.
Probably -2.
Yep.
Yeah, senior leader wounded on a 5, -2.
Down to 5.
Okay, so I lost my entire squad, so I have to roll 2 bad things here. So section wiped out, and then junior leader wound killed. So section wiped out on a 5, -2. Junior leader killed on a 1 is -1. So I'm down 3. So what are you at, 5?
Yeah.
So we're both at 5.
Wow.
Okay. And then he took a shock. So I really did crappy. 17 dice, I got only 3 5s.
So for the hand grenade, do I take shock for rushing in on that, or is that just all part of the...
Yeah, I don't know. It does say you move 3d6, but I think it might not.
It's part of the
I
charge?
think it's just a part of the special rule that you don't take the
Okay.
shock. So.
Alright, good thing I had a double phase.
Yeah, you got 2 4s.
3 4s.
Are you done? Well, I think
I've only used 2 of my 4s.
Okay, so you can bring another senior leader in. So back to the British phase. Not another 5. This is unbelievable. I have not gotten a chain of command dice in like 3 hours. And multiple double phases. So got a bunch of 4s and 2s and 3s. Alright, so I need to do this in a different order than normal. So what I did, I moved the 2 Brens up he went up, captured that jump off point. That one is not in the area though, so it does not count. And frankly, it was butt luck that Andre didn't put it there. He just randomly put it he wasn't thinking about. But technically, it has to be in that area, so it's not. So this guy moved up, that guy moved up.
I can vouch for the fact that I was not thinking.
If it would have been an inch over, it would have been in the area and I could have won the game as well, if I can ever end the turn. I can never get a chain of command dice though, so
Sometime within the next 8 phases, I bet you get one.
I think I'll get it next time. All right, so that was the 2 3s. So one of the 4s, the leader here, he's going to have 2 grenades thrown, and then the whole squad is going to open up on this squad because I can't fire the Bren through here, but everyone can see them. So we're going to do that first. So 2 grenades. What do we got here? 4.5 inches. 5 inches.
And he rolls a 4.5.
Sweet. That's 1 hit with the grenade. 2 grenade hits, so that's 2 hits each. So I guess technically you could split them up among all of these guys.
2 hits each.
Yeah, 4 hits. So each grenade is 2 hits.
So I had 6 grenade hits.
I don't know. Yeah, you did. You did.
So I would have done 12 wounds to you.
Yeah, I guess we did that wrong. But, I mean, come on. I've already gotten demolished over there. And he only lost 3 guys. I guess technically he could have not lost anyone, but
Yeah. Okay, so what am I doing?
you can just put them on. You got 14, or it'd probably be just these. We'll figure this. 2 on the rifle team. It's a shock, and then 1 on the machine gun. It's a shock, and then the other machine gun is shock. So, shock, shock, shock.
Shot.
Now the squad will fire 13 shots into there, needing 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 hits. And you can split them up. So,
7, so 2 or
2, 2, 2, and then
So 3, 2, 2.
I want 3 on the machine gun.
3 on. Okay, so 2,
Yep. How'da.
3,
1 dead,
2.
2 shock. Because you're in the open. So a dead on your machine gun team. So roll for your leader. It's him. See which one it is.
Junior.
See what happens to him. He loses a command initiative. So roll bad thing. Junior leader wounded. Nothing. That's a nothing. Okay, so that was them. So now all those guys are going to fire over here.
Cover on this one.
So 23 shots needing 5s. Oh, well, can't roll anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So you can split them up among everybody again. So I guess 2 per team. So 2 on the rifle team.
Okay.
This is light cover. A dead and a shock. The machine gun team behind. A shock. Machine gun team here. A dead and a shock. So where's theirs? Out there, shock there.
I guess. Oh.
And then 2 on the rifle.
It's
A dead
going
and a shock.
downhill fast.
So they take a shock on the rifles, and you lost 3 dudes. So it's 1 in this squad, not the leader. 2 in this squad. Cock die, not the leader. So just a dead rifle out of here, dead machine gun out of here, that guy, and then a dead rifle out of here. And he's part of the rifles. And what do we got left here? 3 shock, 5 shock on the machine gun, 1 shock, and 3. So you got a lot of shock here.
6 and 7 guys.
7 guys.
6 and 8 guys. No problem.
Yeah, no worries. So, and I think that is it for me.
Gee, that's all?
That's I love these hedges, man. You can see through them. So we'll just go right into your phase.
Alrighty. Well, I'm not sure what I need, but it's probably a double phase or an end of turn. That's not an end of turn. It's an anti-end of turn. Trip ones.
Okay, and then a 3 and a 5. All right, so he brought his last support, which is a sniper in the building here, is the jump off point. And then he's gonna again assault. This is Andre's typical defense. Every time you're on defense, I wind up falling back because you're always assaulting.
And
But it
I'm
doesn't always
gonna
work out for you though.
fire the mortar.
Okay.
So, I guess start with the sniper.
Yep.
So what's that roll?
I do not even know how a sniper works. We so seldom use them that I don't. I'll have to look at it. So sniper's gonna fire, needing a 3 to hit. To hit. So, see what happens. Or do I do that? I don't remember.
You do that.
I'm confused.
You're up.
Okay, so what team do you want it on?
The one with the senior and the junior leader. So I guess it's this rifle team.
Nothing.
That's not what I asked for.
All right, so he's gonna hang Granatton with these guys.
Hey, I still got a mortar.
Oh, the 5 centimeter mortar.
So I get 2 shots with that, right?
Yep, needing 5s. So nothing with the mortar. Almost ran out of ammo.
I tried.
And then-
Okay.
so he's gonna do another assault. So, but this time he's got a lot of shock. But he's gonna hand Granatton with them. And just with his last command, he's gonna just have them run up and assault. So they're gonna get so roll a d6. See how many grenades you get. That's 3 grenades. So that's 6 hits on me right there. That's every single time you've done that, you've rolled a 6.
Yeah, but last time we halved them, so
So let's see here.
you made
So
out.
3 on these guys. Actually, I'll put 1 on the AT rifle, or so 2 on the rifle team. A dead and a shock. They were, oh, that was the AT rifle.
Yeah.
Nothing, and then the. Whoa.
Ooh.
So that's 2 dead in the rifle team. Check the leader. No.
What about the leader over off the rifle team?
Is he within 4 of them?
He's within 4.
Well,
yeah.
he's not with. He's not.
He's not with them. Never
No.
mind. Okay.
Okay, so and then 1 dead here. Okay, so we're down to 1 guy in there. And he took a shock as well. So we have 1 guy with 1 shock. Does that mean he's pinned? I guess it does. I think it does mean he's pinned.
Wow.
Okay. And was that it?
I think so.
Okay, so
So
he's
now
gonna
I
charge
roll
again.
my.
All right, so after all said and done, he's got 14. I got 27 after everything with all the movement. I'm in soft cover now because they were stationary. I'm not even counting them. So 27 against 14, and we're just gonna roll them. That's pretty good. You got.
Wow.
How many did you get?
I'm still counting. 7 with 5 6s.
I got 9 with 4 6s. So you got a lot of shock. So we'll come back and figure out who's roll leaders.
But that would have been split between 2, right?
Yeah, but you only have 2 leaders. We'll just roll it on the 2 guys.
No, I mean, I've got 4 leaders.
Right. Well, we'll just put it on the ones that are upright. Make it easier. So I'm definitely gonna hit. A leader's obviously hit. So we'll see which one it is. It's the senior. See what happens to him. Light wound. So senior leader wounded. Bad thing. That
One, I
is
think.
-1. So I'm down to 4. All right. So you roll for your. See which one it is of yours. Senior. See what happens to him. Knocked out. So roll a bad thing. Senior leader wounded.
5.
-2 probably. Yeah. So what are you down to?
3.
3. And then okay, so out of all these, so one of them, this was a hit. One of them is the leader. One of yours is the leader. And we'll figure it out. Okay, so he's got, both teams are broke. He lost the rifle team. He rolled for that. Nothing. He's broke. He's got more pins than men in both squads, so both teams are going to break. And I'm at 6 pins, or 6 shock with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. So I somehow held the line and rolled bad things for, well, this one's going to be team break, so roll the thing, bad thing for that, unless you want to use your command dice.
3.
Team breaks on a 3 is a -1.
I'm down to 2.
And then, actually, you did lose by, well, it doesn't matter. I think it's over.
It's over.
Squad breaks.
I can avoid. I'll avoid the squad breaking.
Okay, and so so you lost by, I had 9, I believe, and you had, I had 8, and you had 6. So you lost by 2. Fall back 9 plus 1 more shock. So you're going to fall back 9 and then you're going to break. So fall back your 9 and then we'll roll your break. All right, so between the break and the mandatory fallback for losing by 2, 25 inches he got, and that was just enough to get him off. So all these leaders are going to rout and he's down to 2. It's over. So that's that. And Germans break and run, and that is the end of the battle. And we'll come back and wrap it up. All right, so we're back to wrap it up. There's no tracking of men's morale or anything like this in the first 3 battles of this campaign, so we don't have to do that. So obviously, the Germans' morale broke down to 0. They fled, and we broke through. So we've won this one. That's going to add 1 to your turn, or -1 on your turn count when we start the ladder part.
Okay.
And we have 2 more battles to go on this day, June 4th. So I've won one of the 3, so far 2 left.
And I believe this is June 5th.
No, this is June 4th. June
I
5th.
thought it was the 5th and 6th.
No, it's the 4th and 5th.
My bad.
Okay, so real quick, plans. I'll do mine first. So my plan was the Vickers, a squad, and the 2-inch, and the senior leader were going to be behind the fence here in fire support. And they were. And they did okay. The 2-inch mortar really did good. I mean, just one 2-inch mortar put all that smoke out there. The turn never ended this entire game. I think if I had 2 2-inch mortars, it would just be nothing but smoke. So
It already is nothing but smoke.
yeah, but it would have been nothing but smoke even faster. And then the rest of it was going to be on the right, and I was going to move through the field, which I did. And then my 2 Brens were going to race up and try to get to the objectives. And we actually did get to one of the jump-off points over there. And when I saw you come this way, I thought, okay, if I can ever I never did get a change command dice.
Yep.
But I thought now I got this. I could get over there and probably get it and end the turn.
Well, you had it. I mean, I really couldn't stop you with what was here.
No, your Pack 36 let you down.
Yeah, well, I just had a real rough start to the game.
Because of the pregame barrage.
Well,
Which is becoming one of my favorite supports for as an attacker.
it's all, well, yeah, no, I mean, it's golden. But yeah, there were a lot of really bad rolls starting off, which kind of threw me back, which I wasn't too worried about. I'm defending.
Right.
So it wasn't too horrible, but the problem was I really didn't want to lose that jump off point. That was my main rallying point.
Yeah, I never did actually get up to it, but
No, and I was able to actually deploy off of it again.
you were the senior leader.
Yep.
So what was your plan?
Well, my plan was mostly I figured you'd have some sort of vehicle, so I had the Pack 40 to deal with that, and you doubled up on it, and I didn't do much.
You got the hit on the very beginning, but
Yeah.
didn't destroy it.
So my plan really kind of deteriorated at the point where you'd moved up, and I couldn't jump off here to support that flank because the rolls never quite came up right to jump out there. I mean, I was looking for that opening, and it was just not quite there.
Yeah, when I was walking up, if you
Yep.
could have deployed here.
No, I was loving it. I mean, there was that little gap right here for the longest time.
Yeah.
and it was a juicy target, and I knew you had to come up through one of the fields, and when you're moving, you're not in cover.
Right.
So I just have to get enough firepower on it, and I could not pull it together.
Yeah, well, the smoke and the pregame barrage really hampered your defense big time.
Well, the smoke did actually benefit me to a degree.
It helped.
At one point,
Definitely.
I was then, once I started deploying defensively back here, the smoke was an asset because you had your fire base over there that I didn't have to take withering fire from.
Right.
But what it really came down to was with your Bren's moving up with my AT gun out of service, it was lost. I mean, at that point, I was, it was just a matter of time.
Well, you never even tried to shoot at him or drive him off either. I mean, you did actually try, but you didn't make it.
Well, the fact that I have to actually move up, wait, and then fire made it virtually impossible.
Right.
Also, I have to, the 18 inches. You could just, zip out of range, or you would, shock me out of existence. So, because of the smoke and your lines of fire, that wasn't going to work. At that point, it was, okay, I got to drive your morale down, which I was hoping to do by taking out the two Brents.
Yeah, that would have done it.
But
And I could not have done anything about it. I'm gonna try some fancy camera work here with the.
Okay,
They're really zooming.
You distracted me with your super camera shot here. Gotta love those sound effects, Travis. Good God. Have another drink, please.
I've only had one.
I wouldn't brag about that at the moment.
One big one.
It was a good size triple finger.
Okay.
So I saw the shot here once you were off Overwatch and there was enough smoke. I really thought I could get all three groups around
And you had the double phase.
and a double phase and at least severely cripple that first unit. You couldn't shoot through the first unit, and I was going to be behind cover from everything else
Right.
and push up the side. Problem was I got a couple bad rolls there, a
Yeah.
couple good rolls, but
Three-
a couple bad rolls.
I think you've gotten the worst triple dice move we've ever seen with the three.
I don't
ones.
think we've ever seen a 3-inch move on a.
No, we never have. I've rolled less than 5 a couple of times, but never 3.
The really galling part of that was then getting to take the 2 shock for it.
Yeah. Move 3 inches, take G-Shock. All right.
But if I could have gotten lucky on that, I think I'd have had an upper hand on this side. But I had to get lucky. I didn't. The thing was, it was a all or nothing gambit. Once I swung that way,
No, that
I
was
was
it.
either going to follow through or not.
You were committed to this. And once I saw you commit to this, then I knew that I had a chance over here with the Brens,
Well-
Bren carriers.
I didn't really have a way to effectively deal with them. I was going to leave these guys back, but
You could
they,
just,
they can't. What do we do? Toss grenades at it?
yeah, you could, but I don't know how that works. So anyway,
It probably doesn't work very well.
it's hard. I know
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it, but I know it's almost impossible.
So, once I couldn't deal with your Brens, the easiest way to the only way to kill your force morale was to take out these 2 units over here.
And you did take one out quite handily.
I got I took too much shock in the process.
Yeah, you had a lot of shock, and by the time, yeah, and then after you took that round of shooting, then you
Yeah.
were just really screwed. And then you still attacked with like half the dice, and that was all she wrote.
Well, honestly, if you'd have rolled 4 less, if you'd rolled half the hits you did, I'd have won that by 2 instead of losing it by 2.
Yeah, then I would be the one down to 1 or 0 force morale. So yeah, I mean, the odds were against you, but with a stroke of luck, you could have pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the idea of that second assault, but at that point, I was out of options.
What were you going to do? I mean, you were stuck here with all the shock, I could have just started unloading on you again in the next
Yeah.
phase. And
Well, once I did the first assault, I knew it was 2 to 3 phases till the end of the game, no matter what, whether you got to die or not.
yeah, I guess you could have just pulled back and then prolonged it, but
But you were 1 die away from.
better to, from getting the Bren.
I mean, the losses didn't. Obviously, if this mattered for the campaign, I wouldn't have tossed my forces away like that
Yeah.
on the Hail Mary.
That's true. Fresh platoons
But
every game. So
Flesh platoons.
flesh platoons every game on the 4th. So anyway, that's it for this one. So the 51st Highland Division has cleared this village of Nazis, and the rest of the brigade is attacking as we speak, and those 2 games will be coming up shortly. So
One last thing for me is I don't often congratulate Travis on the tactical maneuvering of how he lays out his assault and how he deployed this and brought it forward. I thought it was flawless in terms of how you were executing the whole thing coming up. Even if I'd have gotten the rolls I really wanted, there weren't any cracks. I was looking at this from, man, this is going to hurt no matter when I bring somebody out. So in terms of bringing on an attack, which isn't always easy, and I honestly thought would be a lot harder with this much open firing, nicely done.
thanks, Andre. Yeah, I think this was my plan. Actually, I've been thinking about this for several days. About how to do this. It's like, what do I want to do? And I was like, Bren carriers. Well, I could rush him up. He's gonna have to do something about him, and yeah, and then what you brought to deal with them is dead, and they're pretty much at free reign. So, but yeah, it was a textbook attack. We'll say that. Just
It
bragging.
was.
So, anyway, that's it for this one. So, again, as usual, check out the Facebook group. A lot of cool stuff on there. We got a lot of friendly and knowledgeable and very talented members on the Facebook group. And of course, the Patreon page, if you want to help the channel stay up to date, keep going, and just stay relevant and stay filming, then check out the Patreon page as well. And Zach, I know that most of you know Zach. He's a new contributor here, and he's doing all the tabletop simulator stuff. So check out the tabletop simulator mod as well on Steam. We have a demo video up for it that you can look at. And if you want to download it, all you got to do is own Tabletop Simulator, and you can get the mod for free. And the last thing is a PDF for this campaign will be in the description of this video, and it'll be free to anyone who wants to download it and play it on their own. And I would recommend it. It's really cool. So that'll do it for this one, and we'll see you guys for the next battle.
Till next time.